was brutal. That felt so hard.
So much fun?
Such fun.
I feel like someone has stolen Philly and replaced her with a animatronic robot.
Why are we going on a hike? This was date night. Help.
And I just wanted to be a bit real for a sec. Happy Monday, everyone. It's a new week. It's actually the last full week that we're here in Flagstaff, which is crazy. We have had 8 weeks here and it has just flown by. As it's the last full week, I'm going to document it. I'm going to show you what we get up to. So I will bring you along to everything this week. My training, my content, and kind of what we get up to on the last full week of this altitude camp. Let's go.
So, first outing of this week, having a little easy run with Philly. We're filming just some sponsored content, so we needed to get out and just film a few clips for a reel that's going to come out later this week. How many miles we're doing?
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 miles. I'm on the bike, just for ease. Yeah, I should have a small recovery run to do this evening. Not sure how long I'll do. I'll probably just do that 25 to 35 minutes. And the rest of the day will probably just be sat at the computer editing. Pick the camera back up if there's anything interesting going on. I'm really gonna miss this place. I think I've said it before in a video ages ago that like we come to a new place and we're automatically like, oh, it's better than the UK, we want to move here. But we've been here, Philly's been here 3 times, I've been here 2 times now, and it really does, I don't know, feel like a second home, which might be an omen to what is to come. We may have already looked into how we can get out here on a more long-term basis, but you have to wait and see if that ever comes to fruition. But yeah, it's going to be kind of sad leaving this place. It's been an amazing 10 weeks, so, but let's not dwell on what's to come. Let's enjoy this last full week at altitude. Right, it is 5:45 and I'm just about to go for my run. I've got 50 minutes on deck today. I forget, Mondays, the runs are the longer short runs, and as I'm trying to slowly build up my mileage week over week, Mondays are probably going to get longer and longer and become more of like what Philly would call a mid-week long run, or a medium long run rather. Doesn't really apply to me because my long runs aren't that long, but yeah, this run is going to be the one that becomes a little bit longer as I build up my mileage. But since we last spoke, we have filmed a reel. I have edited said reel. Been working on a new fun series that Philly's doing on her TikTok, which kind of involves different genres of music while running, which has been fun to do something slightly different. I rough cut one of Elliot's videos, and then I just did a load of admin, lots of getting all of our accounts up to date, and exciting news, we put in our order for the next round of merch, but I'll get to that after my run. I need to find some headphones and then we can go. Alright, we're about halfway in. Heart rate is actually keeping pretty good. Aerobically, feel okay. Body after yesterday's gym session, not so much. My glutes are a bit painful. Finishes up. It is lovely tonight. It's a lovely time to run. Clear skies, perfect temperature. Oh, love it. There you go, a nice 5 miles. I was going to tell you about the merch. We have had to order a limited amount. It's not small, but it's also not really large. A limited amount of the PB Run Club merch, the tee and the vest. We were planning, and we got some feedback on, I think it was Philly's Q&A video. We said if people wanted something kind of limited, a new design, and a lot of people said, yeah, we'd love a new design. It's been a lot harder and a lot longer to get the design to where we want it, and we didn't want to rush it. We had to put an order in really soon for merch in general to get anything before Christmas. So we just decided to order some of, I say old, it's not going to be old. We're probably going to sell the PB Run Club merch forever now. It's just going to be a staple. It's the Run Club merch. It's always going to be there, whatever release we do. We will be releasing new designs early next year, springtime next year. We have some really fun, potentially chocolate milk inspired designs
potentially more Love the Grind designs coming. We just wanted to give them justice. We wanted to give them the quality they deserve and not to rush anything. But we have made sure that there's going to be some stuff there ready for Christmas if you want to buy gifts or you didn't manage to get any of the merch last time. We understand that it sells out quite quickly, but we can't have a huge amount of stock because we run it out of our house currently. Good night. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's Wednesday, and in this new schedule at the moment while we're on camp, this is my long run day, and it's a proper long run. Last video, I kept saying it was the deload week, but I've had a week in between that, and then it's this week. So I ran 9 miles last week, and now I'm gonna try hit 10. There's a reasonably complicated loop that Philly and her friend are going on today, and they're gonna try explain how to do it. We'll see if that works. But if not, I'll just do an out and back for 5 miles. But it's a 10-mile loop, and we'll just see how far I get. I will need to take a gel with me today because last week it was just over 90 minutes, and the last 2 miles, mile and a half felt absolutely dreadful. So I just need to make sure that I'm fueling right on these longer runs. And a quick recap on Tuesday. There's really not much to talk about on Tuesdays because Tuesdays is my only day in the week at the moment that doesn't have any exercise involved in. It's kind of like a day off. Just caught up with a bunch of work, went out and got some coffee with Philly and just chilled really. How long are you running for today?
14 to 15 miles.
Crazy that her midweek long run, so her medium long run is 14 to 15 miles.
Medium.
Marathon training is crazy. I'm not sure I want to do that yet. I think I'll ever do that. All right, no one could really explain the loop to me very well, so I am just gonna do an out and back and see what happens, but I'll bring you along. Let's go for a 10 mile-ish, 9 and a bit mile-ish run maybe. Let's give it a go. Oh God, the legs feel stiff this morning. Whew. Mile 1, it feels like absolute shit. Oh dear. Normally I like a long run, and maybe I tend to work into them, but it's not feeling good right now. Another 9 to go. Mile 2, it's not feeling a huge amount better, but we keep going. Soldiering on, we got this. All right, mile 3, we are slowly feeling a bit better. Had like a wild stitch in between 2 and 3, and I'm slowly trying to breathe through it, but it is slowly dissipating, so hopefully that's the last we see of it. Just plodding along, just trying to take it as easy as possible. But this is a lovely run, lovely running through the forest. It's like a yo-yo. I'm going through phases of being like, oh, I feel okay. Going through another phase of feeling like absolute rubbish. Good fun. All right, I need to put the camera away because I need to work out if I'm going that way or that way. Who knows? All right, halfway through. Got the trusty gel. Oh God, this is definitely a struggle today, but we're gonna get it done. We'll see. All right, mile 6. Not much to report really, apart from the fact that I'm running through quite a lot of sand, which is obviously not making anything easier. We're getting there. We're getting through it. I can do hard things. That has been the motto of this camp. I think for everyone on the camp. I can do hard things. We can do hard things.
A little while later.
You okay?
That was brutal. That felt so hard.
So much fun?
Such fun. I can't remember when I stopped filming, but I just had to focus because I'm not getting back otherwise.
Sorry. Just open the car door onto you.
So I've been a vegetable for a few hours now.
Which vegetable?
I feel like I'm a yellow courgette. Sweet,
I'd say
but vertical.
pretty accurate.
Literally got home, showered, watched TikToks for an hour. I've done a tiny bit of work and I need to get back to it. But I feel like someone has stolen Philly and replaced her with an animatronic robot that seems to be cooking. She made me lunch.
You should report that if she really has been stolen. You should report that to the police. That's a crime.
Right to jail, right away.
And she's now making snacks. What are you making?
Bark. I think that's what it's called.
Tasty.
Well, it's like you melt chocolate and put nuts and nut butter and stuff in it. And we're leaving in a week and we need to use up all these things. So I've just chopped up some dates and these are going to be some really tasty snacks.
Nice. And as she's making that snack, I'm having a very nutritious snack, which it's a delicacy in this part of the world, and it's called a Pop Tart.
Right, you're going to be my sous chef. Please, can I have a microwave safe bowl? Please, do you want some of this or what?
Okay, all right.
It's important to break the chocolate up so that the microwave makes it melt.
Ouch.
You ruined my formation. There's dates here.
So gooey inside. So good. Wow. Smash it. Smash it. All right, a little bit of a different start to my Thursdays. Thursdays is Philly's easy days, and I normally do an easy run and gym to start my day. But I am in the truck this morning for their easy run. Jessa and Philly are helping out Sharon, who came fourth at the Olympics in the marathon, on her long run today. So I'll be in the truck because it's a out and back route. So they'll run out, they'll run a little bit back, and then they'll jump in the truck with me, and then I'll ferry them back to Jessa's car. But I'm still planning on running and gymming today. It just will be a little bit later in the day. We'll get to that in a bit. All right, it's a very rare occasion these days, especially as I'm away from the UK. My agents, acting and voiceover agents, know I'm away, so they kind of semi-limited stuff, but occasionally I get an audition through. This one specifically, they've named me for the audition rather than it being like an open audition, so that's why I'm doing it. For a video game, I'm just sat here on the floor with this mic. It's a bit different from my setup at home, but we make it work. I'm auditioning for I can't tell you what it is, but I'm a video game and have to sound very strange. So yeah, it's fun at making strange noises for my job. All right, I got halfway through it, and then I needed to pause because John came around to have like the final before marathon meeting with Philly, because he's off to Europe next week with Jessa for a race, and American houses are built with paper walls, so you can hear everything. And I was getting to the point in the demo that I had to be like basically just making noises, like as if I'm holding a sword and just grunting or pretending to die. So got a bit embarrassed, so I'm just gonna go for my run. It is really hot out. Thursday/Fridays tend to, depending on what day I do it on, tend to be my like recovery run, I guess. I mean, my slowest and my shortest run. As I said, I'm trying to bump up my mileage a little bit and like slowly creep up. So I'll probably do 40 minutes when I've normally been doing like 30, 35, just to try and get 4 miles in. I'm already at 14 for the week. That will make it 18. And then a session at the moment is anywhere between like 5 to 7 miles, so it should definitely beat last week, which was 22 miles. So yeah, just slowly increasing my mileage, and I know that the next couple of weeks are going to be quite disrupted by just the fact that we're going back to the UK, spending a few days with my parents, going up north, sorting our house out, and coming back down south to then fly to Berlin, then holiday, then wedding, then back to Manchester. It's just going to be a lot. So I need to get in the mileage now and get at least 1 more week of just like building, and then we'll just have to see what happens. Halfway in, I was getting a bit tired, so I just decided I'd walk for a bit. The frustrating thing, I think, even with yesterday and a bit today, is that it doesn't seem that it's my body that's the problem. Like, it's always a bit achy, having done now I'm doing more gym work, is a little bit more achy, but when I get up to speed, when I've warmed up, it's absolutely fine. It's my lungs and its stitches that seem to get me. I don't know if it's because I've got into a habitual thing of shallow breathing, because I find that I feel like I'm holding quite a lot of tension here and not like breathing deep. But even when I try to breathe deep, it's not like, I'm not getting rid of the stitches or anything. So, and as I said in the last video, I feel like it's very much up and down. Like, for example, on Monday, my run was great. I felt really, really strong. And then obviously the long run was a bit of a shit show. And then this run has also, like, my breathing has really caused an issue. So, well, not caused an issue, I just needed to pause. Otherwise, my heart rate was just too high for a recovery run. But it's now back to a normal level. So I'll probably start up again. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Steve! Let's go, Philly. Let's go, Philly. Let's go, Philly.
Let's go.
Let's go, Philly. Let's go. Let's go, Philly.
you go, Philly. Let's go.
Crushing it.
Here we go, Philly. All out. Here we go. Let's go, Philly.
Let's go, Philly.
Greg's the end. Push it.
And just like that, we are back. I've been back for a while. We've been back for about a couple of hours, but we were down at Camp Verde, which is about an hour drive away. Finished the session by 9:45. It was an early start. We get up at like 20 past 5, I think, to go down there. So we had to get a really early night. She had a cracking session. We're back up. It's time for me to do my weight session. Now, it is a leg day, which I know I need to do it, but I hate it. I feel like everything in my upper body feels fun to work out. Like there's just a different feeling to it, whereas the legs just hurts. Weirdly, same thing in massage. Whenever someone seems to be massaging my upper body, it's like a really lovely pain, as if like, oh, it's tense. Whereas the legs, it's just pain.
Everything hurts and I'm dying.
Philly has taken the speaker in the car, so I've got to wear these. And they're like an alien. I've never actually worn these with it in a workout. This might be interesting. I get quite sweaty. It's a bit gross. But...
Brother,
such a hard tricep. Oh. All right, last tricep. This is a bit better. I feel a bit more confident with these exercises, so it'll be good to finish on a bang. Yeah, it's been a tough one. I feel like I need to work on my legs, for sure. But yeah, something about lifting weights, I really like it. You know, it gets something primal out of me, which I like. I always feel really, really good after. During, not so much, but yeah, afterwards it always feels brilliant. Let's do this final one. And there we have it. Leg day done. Pretty brutal, but we got it done. It always feels good to get it done. This evening, we have date night. We're gonna go up a mountain. See you at the top. Right, so we're running and training at 7,000 feet. We're currently at 11,000 feet. 11,500 feet. Oh my God, you can feel it. Why are we going on a hike? This was date night. Help. Call help. It has been a bit of a day. I have actually taken another rest day today. I tend to try do my sessions on a Saturday at the moment here, just because it's an easy day for Philly and I don't have to be anywhere for her, which is good. Let's be honest for a second. I did quite a big leg workout yesterday. In hindsight, was that really clever? Maybe not, because my legs feel like absolute trash today. Philly's taught me that it's all about sustainability, right? If you work yourself into the ground, if you do too much, you're gonna get injured. And I know that if I went out and did a session, I just put myself into a much deeper hole than I already am. So, decided to take a rest day I will try run tomorrow. Whether I do a session tomorrow, I don't think I will, because I feel like my legs are always worse on the second day, but hopefully with a bit of recovery today, they won't be. But I thought I would just take this moment to answer a question that I had over on my Instagram from a guy called Brandon. And basically, he's given me a couple of suggestions for future videos, which I might do. But he's asked me, like, how do you get through runs? Easy runs specifically, and they're really, really tough. And you've seen earlier this week, a couple of days ago actually, that I had my long run and an easy run were really, really tough this week. How do I get through that? How do I get past that as a kind of newer runner? Yes, I've been running for years now, but I still don't feel like I've got to a place where I'm really confident in my running. I think my answer to this, I have an advantage because my partner is a pro athlete, and the way that I get over that kind of frustration is to see that Philly goes through the same thing. That someone at her level, you know, she's ranked number 1 in the marathon in the UK this year. You know, she's really playing at the top there, and she still has those days, those easy runs that suck, that feels rubbish. She had one on Thursday. She had the day before a really good session. The session went incredibly, the one that I filmed a little bit. The day before that, she had a really bad, easy run. She said it felt rubbish. It was a new route that she did with a couple of people. It was just tough. And I look at that and I'm going, well, if you have a tough day, I can have a tough day, and it doesn't mean anything. She still goes on and runs a 2:20-something marathon. It doesn't mean anything. Your body goes through cycles. I know for women, there's huge fluctuations in your hormones over your cycle. And although we don't have that exaggeration as men, we still have fluctuations in our hormones and just in our fitness. It's very cyclical.
What?
Cyclical. I would take comfort in the fact that the pros have these bad days too. But we're about to go out for some pizza or Italian food, not sure what, with a friend of ours. As it's coming to the end of our time here, we're trying to go and see as many people as we possibly can and say goodbye to people, which is sad, but it's been so much fun to spend the whole summer here. And we will be back, maybe for longer than a summer. Happy Sunday, everyone. My fears have happened. My legs feel worse today. But we'll be on the long run with Philly. She's doing a progressive pickup long run, so she'll do 8 miles at easy pace, which she'll do with the crew, and then we'll peel off. I'll jump on the bike and be bottle man for her. But we are also filming this for YouTube as well. Philly's kind of doing an explainer of how long your long run should be. So it's cold though, very cold. All right, Philly's completed her 8-mile warm-up, and now she is picking up over the next 8 to 10 miles. She's looking good, looking good. A bit of a disaster to the end of the week in terms of my training. It's so frustrating. You feel like you're getting somewhere, and then it kicks you in the teeth. My legs, even today, still feel absolutely battered. So I have been safe, I haven't run, I haven't done anything. Probably the area that I need to improve on to help this is probably the active recovery. So doing stretching, and we've been doing Pilates out here, but for the last couple of weeks, our Pilates teacher has been away, and therefore we haven't been taking classes. So maybe there's something in that as well. I haven't had that kind of stretch out that I normally do. But yeah, I'm just trying to take it easy, especially as we've got some really busy weeks coming up. There's no point putting myself in a hole, injuring myself by accident, just due to the fact that I wanted to hit a mileage goal this week. And luckily I'm not training for anything at the moment. I can just kind of be a little bit more laxed with my training, which is good. But we're getting tattoos today, so I'm going to bring you along to that, and we can finish the video later this evening. So here we are again. The tattoo went really well. I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like. It's a little cactus man holding a camera. Philly got a little cactus person. It's not a man, it's a thing. It's an ungendered being. Philly got one with her hat, her glasses, and then Connor, who's a massive Bills fan, got a little Bills jersey on his. Yeah, that was a fun little activity to do with a good friend here. He potentially is leaving Flagstaff at some point at the end of this year, so this might be the last time that he's here. That was really nice to kind of do that with him. I still haven't run. I'm just about to run. I still feel a bit stiff stiff, but definitely nowhere near as bad as yesterday. And I just wanted to be a bit real for a sec and say that I know this is really common and this happens all the time to loads of people, but I find it really frustrating and I feel like I go into old lazy patterns the minute I stop doing exercise, probably for a good reason. You know, I might have injured myself if I ran with really tight hamstrings, but it still feels like, oh, you're lazy, give up. I eat more for some reason. I think it's a psychological thing. You know, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't really know I'm doing it, but it's almost just like my mind telling me, well, you've given up. You know, I haven't run for 5 days, give up. I haven't exercised for 5 days, give up, don't do. You're not good at this, you're lazy, you know, just stick to what you know, which I find really tough. And getting back to it is tough because I'm just like, oh, you know, but I haven't lost any fitness, I haven't lost anything really. It's just like a bit frustrating, but I feel like you just got to go out and do it. I feel you made a good point, and like I need to remind myself that, especially on the days where I feel like I can't run, go for a walk, do something that gets you out, gets the blood pumping a little bit. That's what I'm gonna go do now. I'm gonna end the video here. I think this run is gonna be absolutely fine. Yeah, it has been a good last full week here. We leave on Thursday, it's Tuesday. I'm just really sad that we're leaving. It's really felt like home the last 2 months. Yeah, I think we're both a bit down about leaving. There's exciting things to come. Thank you for coming along. As always, hit subscribe. I might hit 10K by the time this video comes out, so thank you if that has happened. If not, it's probably gonna happen days after this video comes out. So yeah, I just wanna say a massive thank you to everyone who's come, who's sticked around when I've taken breaks, and who's kind of gets through my waffling, because I use this as a little bit of a bouncing board, as well as kind of letting you into a little insight kind of behind the scenes of our business and also just kind of my running journey. So thank you for putting up with me. Subscribe for more content. Yeah, we'll see what happens next.